Hello, my celestial beings. This is Mystic Storm here to clear a path to a new life with you. If you're new, welcome to the Celestial Tribe. I hope that this weekly Essence Intuitive Guidance reading blesses you and you're able to gain guidance for the week of September 14th through the 20th, 2020. Okay? I hope you all had a wonderful week last week. I would love to know if you felt a shift with Mars going retrograde along with Jupiter going direct, which is something that we'll touch more on this week. Personally, I definitely felt a shift that helped me release and bring an ongoing underlying issue to the surface. By doing this, I was able to surrender all to the divine and make a conscious effort to simply enjoy life. By you tuning in today, I pray that this interpretation of the astrology chart, along with the oracle and tarot reading, blesses you and helps you gain the guidance you need for the week ahead. Before dissecting the chart, I did a mindful breathing exercise and went into a meditative state. The word that came through was sacrifice. I went to look up the definition, and as you can imagine, there were multiple definitions for the word. But the one that resonated the most, and I believe Spirit was trying to relay to me, was an act of giving up something valued for the sake of something else regarded as more important or worthy. This is how the title Sacrifice to Receive came about. What stuck out to me even more when reading the definition of sacrifice was the fact that one of the synonyms for this definition was surrender. Surrender. Well, we discussed surrendering all to the divine source in the last week's weekly essence titled Return to Me. So for sacrifice to come through confirms we are on the right path. The beginning of the definition of sacrifice said act, right? An act. Action is a key part in Mars energy, and the fact that Mars went retrograde last week shows that this act of sacrifice is necessary for our well-being. What aspects of my life do I need to sacrifice? You might ask. Deep down, you know exactly what it is you need to let go of. And it may be multiple things. The best and most efficient way for us to wean off of our addictions, guilty pleasures, and or bad habits is to lean on the support of spirit and our higher selves. This brings us to the highlight of this week, the Virgo new moon. So happy new moon to everyone. You know, new moons usually signify new beginnings and for us to set intentions. So we're going to dive into what I saw when I looked at the chart for this, okay? So the moon in Virgo is conjunct the sun in Virgo, which creates a new moon. And they're both at 25 degrees. 25 reduces to 7, which symbolizes our spirituality and our growth in finding a deeper meaning in life. During this new moon, this is what Spirit is calling us to do. Go into solitude and connect with our higher selves and spiritual team to come up with a strategy for the next phase of our lives. In order for us to level up, we must sacrifice. With the sun and moon in Virgo, both opposition Neptune retrograde, this call will be glaring for us to see. The sun brings clarity while the moon provides depth and the support to let go of people, things, or situations that are blocking us from our destiny. The opposition of the moon, sun, and Neptune is beautifully supported by Jupiter, who went direct last week, Saturday, September 12th, Saturn retrograde, and Pluto retrograde. The moon and sun are in a trine with all three planets, while Neptune is sextile Jupiter and Pluto retrograde. This shows that if we take this sacred time to plan and restructure our lives with Virgo's energy, with the assistance of the spiritual and intuitive Piscean energy, we will develop vital skills to support us on our path to abundance, Jupiter, growth and maturity, Saturn retrograde, and transformation, Pluto retrograde. There will be some resistance to all the changes we are actively wanting to bring into the physical realm due to the square off with the self-development trio has with Mercury in Libra and Mars retrograde in Aries. With Jupiter and Pluto retrograde in Cancer square Mercury in Libra, we will have difficulty viewing our lives abundantly transformed. There may be underlying doubt that we can accomplish our dreams and aspirations with this aspect, but doubt is definitely something to let go of because it only leaves us stagnant. Yes, change can be very scary and difficult, but as the quote says that I have hung up on my wall, if your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough. Dare to visualize the unfathomable and take this time to come up with a course of action when the time best suits you. With Saturn retrograde and Pluto retrograde square Mars retrograde, we may not feel motivated to take the necessary steps to grow and transform. Feeling unmotivated is natural, but we must not reside in this energy for too long. Procrastination may be the enemy at play, but if we use Virgo's energy to plan ahead, then this may help in the long run. Don't let your dreams be a faint memory due to this current aspect. Work and adapt with the energy instead of letting it control you. That being said, Venus in Leo is still squared Uranus retrograde in Taurus. As discussed last week, I feel that Venus can bring some chaos and destruction to get us to a more balanced and loving place with this aspect, but it also might be telling us to loosen and spice it up a little bit because anything goes with Uranus. Most importantly, our passions and desires are supported by Leo's strength and endurance. That's why I did a pick a card love edition reading to see how Venus and Leo will bring harmony and balance into our love lives. If you haven't seen it already, make sure you check it out, okay? To conclude the astrology portion of the weekly Essence Intuitive Guidance reading, utilize the Virgo new moon to plan a sufficient way to instill better habits that will support the transformations ahead. Also remember, we have to sacrifice to receive because prosperity is our birthright. Okay? So this is what I have for the astrology portion. We're going to move on to the oracle and tarot portion. I would like to add that I do leave the links to all the cards that I use in the description box below, so you can make sure you can check that out. And another thing that I haven't really been saying while I'm in the midst of doing the readings is on the tarot part, my goal is to pull 7 cards, and that's for the 7 days of the week. So just know the first card is Monday, last card is Sunday, and you can work with the energy through there. So sometimes I get caught up with that, and I don't say Monday, this is happening, Thursday, this is happening. And that's only because energy is fluid, but at the same time, I still want to give you some, okay, Monday, this may happen. You know, Tuesday, look out for this. So let's hop into the reading and let's see what additional messages Spirit has for us. All right, let's get into it, shall we? We're going to start off with the Black Moon astrology cards. Let's see what messages Spirit has for us. Spirit, what messages, what guidance do you have for the collective for this week with the Virgo new moon? Messages, guidance that you have for us. Uranus, genius. And that came out in reverse here. This is the number 9. That's like wish fulfillment. So I really do think with this, especially we talked about Uranus being in retrograde, right? So it's funny that it came out in reverse. So this is the shadow period. This is in retrograde. And for it to say genius, this is being adaptable is what I'm hearing, because with Uranus energy is very spontaneous, is very sporadic. It likes to be free. You know, Uranus rules Aquarius as well as Saturn, but that's that freedom that you want, very intellectual, airy qualities here. So I feel like there's a hindrance mentally with us really seeing our full potential, really seeing what it is that we can grow and do. You know, that's what we were talking about in the astrology portion, how, you know, we might not think that we can do it. You know, whatever our dreams might pop up, whatever thoughts that are ideas that pop up in our head, we might feel that it's not obtainable. And this is something that we would need to get out of. Okay? So I do want to read from the book as well to see if there's any additional messages here. It's number 9. There we go. The public is wonderfully tolerant. It forgives everything except genius. Okay, so this part is pretty descriptive, but it says, okay, Uranus card in brief: rapid changes, shocks, jolts, sudden transformations, the unexpected, revolution, government overthrows. And then it goes like rebellion, bucking against authority. So that's pretty much like being free. It also has like UFOs, aliens. But the corresponding tarot card is the Tower. Interesting. So imagine the Tower being in reverse. So there's a resistance to change, right? We don't want, we see with our mind's eye the ideas, what can be, what we could bring into the physical, but there's resistance because we don't feel that we can do it, or we don't want to make the change because we don't feel like we can do it. We don't feel like we can make our dreams and aspirations come true. So that's interesting. All right, let's go into the Queen of the Moon Oracle. What additional messages do you have to clarify this Uranus card from the Black Moon Astrology? Y'all, Thunder Moon, change. And the number here is 35. That's 8. Regeneration, transformation. Thunder is Shango or Shango in the Orisha thing. That's destruction, that's change. So with this, I mean, it could not be any clearer. Like, honestly, like, we're resisting this change, but what can we do? Let the tower fall. Let this change happen. Let this change happen. Because the change is necessary for us to reap the benefits. We have to what? Sacrifice to receive. To receive. Sacrifice, giving something up is a change. changing our perspective on how we view life and how we think we can succeed, releasing that doubt, releasing that fear, releasing the worry to think that you aren't capable of doing it. You are. You are. You have the intellectual properties within you to be successful. But you don't believe that. Change your mindset. Break free. Wow. Break free. This is definitely both airy qualities, okay? Mental, okay? So you see the birds here, air. Uranus is air, you know, because it deals with Aquarius. So yeah, we definitely, so with this 9 here going to 8, I think we need to take a step back. Take a step back to reevaluate. This is us going inward with this Virgo new moon in order to assess this change. Okay? Ooh, okay. It was like, okay, I'm on a read a book. Read a book, read a book. Y'all remember that on BT? Let me see. This is number 35. And this one is not that descriptive, but it says change. Accept change. Life, like the seasons, is about change. Take advantage of change energy. Plan ahead. Just like we talked about planning ahead using this Virgo energy. So it says, the affirmation here says, I welcome change and I ride its energy. Ooh, I like that. I welcome change and I ride its energy. The lady looks like she's riding it, right? So it does say one of the great truths in life is that change is constant. It is the unavoidable, and we can resist all we want, but nothing truly stays the same. It is better then to prepare and even direct change by setting intentions and building our personal power from the inside out. Seasonally, there are times of the year that have at this essence a profound sense of change, usually the shoulder seasons of autumn and spring. We are approaching the fall equinox, right, on the 22nd. So it is at these times of the year we feel more easily the shift between one season and another. In autumn, the nights grow longer and there is a chill when darkness falls that wasn't there just weeks before. The breeze that blows is no longer balmy. The birds we have been watching all summer seem to have packed up and left, and in their place, new species appear to strut their stuff. We begin to dress with more layers, and we may even hunger for different foods. All these are signals of change. In spring, it's all about waking up and warming up, and the opposites happen. All these are signals of change. This moon shines down upon the winds of change, the clearing storms, the electric crackle of lightning, and the boom of thunder echoing across the valley. There is great energy to be channeled in such a time, to be focused towards writing change with joy and ease. And it says companion stone or metal. This is serpentine. Okay, this is interesting. That's one thing, you know, I feel like this is really supporting also Mars retrograde and how we talked about surrendering all. You know, I said that, you know, I came to the revelation that I had to release worry and doubt. Like I worry between task to task. I'm being honest with y'all. And it's not healthy. And it's like, if I can just approach everything with ease, even the change of motion from one task to another with ease, I can enjoy life so much easier. And this past week has really been an eye-opener for me. So just imagine if we approach bigger things like that. You know, the small things can help with the big changes. Don't be afraid of change, because the change, the sacrifices we make are going to support us for the bigger things that are better and greater for us ahead. Okay? So, good. Next, we're going to get into the Modern Spellcasters Tarot here. This comes with a big handbook and all that stuff too. This is really cute. And you know, I really want like the Earth Magic deck. But you know, I was like, you know what? The closest thing I have to it, like that looks very earthy, is this deck. So I think I'm content right now. So let's see. Spirit, what messages, what guidance do you have for us to facilitate and ride this change that is happening, this shift that is within all of us? The Empress. The Empress, number 3. Okay. All right. Then we have 3 of Swords. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. All right, 2 here. Let's take the one on the top only. Judgment in reverse. Okay. I just have to peek. Yeah, that wasn't. Okay. And look at the bottom, 10 of Wands. So let's talk about it. One, beautiful to start off with the Empress. This is Spirit telling us we are fruitful, we are abundant. What did I say? Prosperity is our birthright. So we have to know that we are the Empress. We have to know that we are fruitful and that we can birth this creation that is inside of us. Any idea that we have in our minds, we can bring it into the physical realm. We can manifest it. Yes, does it take time? Yes. But we have to be willing to put in the work. Now, we have to what? Work smarter, not harder. You know, I just love doing these weekly essences because everything flows. It's just flowing. Okay, it's like, yes, work smarter, not harder. So what you have to do, use this Virgo energy to plan ahead. Plan ahead. It's not that, you know, if you have doubt, it's not that you're not fruitful. You have to tap into this potential that is inside of you that is dormant. Okay? And it might be dormant because of past traumas. 3 of Swords. Heartbrokenness, depression, anxiety, just backstab and people mistreating you and people telling you you're not worthy, and you taking that to heart. You taking that to heart and letting that define you. But no more. You put a flame, put a fire to all that doubt. Release that, because that's not you. Release it. It is not you. Bring clarity into it and know that this darkness that you feel is not something that is yours to keep. is for you to release and let it go so you can continue this path towards success. Okay? So the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is here to show us that if we hold on to all this doubt, all this self-sabotaging beliefs, we won't get anywhere. Yes, we are the Empress. We are fruitful. We are nurturing. We can manifest anything we put our minds to. But if we don't believe it, it's not going to be in this time, in this physical realm. It will just be a figment of our imagination. Wouldn't you want to bring your dreams into reality? Your dreams aren't just something, oh, I just thought about this and it's fine. Those were visions from spirit, from your higher self, showing you what it is that you really love and you really desire, your purpose here. So why not fulfill that purpose, fulfill that dream? Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's hard. It is hard. But guess what? Guess what? Nothing worth it is worth fighting, or comes easy. It doesn't come easy. We have to continue to put in the work and nurture our dreams and our goals. Yes, we have 9 to 5s. Yes, we do things that we don't want to do. Yes, we have to balance our personal lives and our business lives and our side hustle jobs and our families and all that stuff. But guess what? We can't let that get us down and put this on a back burner. We cannot. And it's something that I realized last week is this is a journey, not a race. I have the tendency of seeing things in my head and I think that it's supposed to be now. I want it done now. Even with me trying to plan and stuff, sometimes us planning, we have to be adaptable to that. We get into a routine and things don't go the way that we want them to, and things just hit the fan. It shouldn't be like that. We should be adaptable to the constant changes of our world. Okay? So Judgment here in reverse is showing us that we aren't awakened to our higher selves here. Wow, look at this. I've never seen the Judgment like this. It's like you're in this fire, you're in this pit, right? But this is your higher self trying to get you to realize what is going on, right? To awaken us. So I feel like we have shut this off, or the resistance, what was it? Mercury. I can't remember the aspects. But I know it was Mercury, and I think it was squared Jupiter and Pluto retrograde. Yeah, I feel like this is that energy here. And that's okay. This is the present energy. This is how we're feeling, and we have the right to feel this way. However, we can't get trapped up and locked up in this. We have to remember and hear the call. Hear the call. Know who we are. Wake up to our calling. Don't get so bogged down in life. Don't get so heavy-hearted that you're not really fulfilling your soul's mission. Take action. Plan to take action. Remember, Mars retrograde is having us slow down. I'm not saying go hard, push it to the limit right now. Plan accordingly and take it one step at a time, okay? To build this up. Because yes, again, you have so many ideas, so many great things that you want to bring out. And, you can't bring them all out at once. That might be a thing. You want to do it real quick. Just, again, plan and stick to your plans. If they have to change, shift it, adapt with it, but still make a conscious effort to fulfill what you want to put out there. Okay? And then at the bottom of the deck with 10 of Wands energy, this is all the burdens that we need to release and let go. Sacrifice in order to receive. How can you make room? How can you want something in your life for the better if you're still holding on to everything that doesn't serve a purpose in your life? Your hands are full. Let go in order to receive more than what you have in your hand can ever offer you. Let's keep going. The sun. Look at that. Look at that. The sun. Bringing clarity. Bringing clarity to the situation. And what are you doing? Creating. Creating. Bringing what you have thought about into physical form. Bringing your idea into the physical realm. Manifesting this. You are taking the necessary steps to do that. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I love it. Okay. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords here. I'm going to pull one more. Clarify the 10 of Swords. Too many cards. Queen of Swords. Okay. Okay. Yes. All right. What I'm getting, and it's nothing at the bottom of the deck. The Spirit said that's the messages. That's it. Okay. So, yes, you're manifesting. You're bringing all this into fruition. And I feel like this ties into everything that has happened, in the past with 10 of Swords, backstab, but this is also a death. In a sense, 10 of Swords is like a death moment. So this is signifying new beginnings and transformation, right? So let me put that back in reverse. So with you having this clarity that you need, you're releasing everything that has caused you so many burdens. With the 10 of Wands that we had at the bottom of the deck, we now have 10 of Swords. That's backstab, betrayal, but it's also death here. So when you see what you need to do, you will then lay everything to rest. You will lay your burdens down. And though this is your sacrifice. This is the sacrifice you're making. And the sacrifices, the things that you may be giving up, are all things that are within you. All things we talked about, maybe it's addictions, some type of bad habits like guilty pleasures, things that are holding you back. You are now releasing those, sacrificing yourself. Each sword here is something inside of you that you are trying to release. Okay? But within this, we also have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, this is mental clarity. Mental clarity now. We are standing up for ourselves. We see the vision here if it's lining up with the sun here. Because we see the vision, we see what we have to do, we make that sacrifice, and we stand up and do what we need to do. With the bull here, that's Taurus energy. And it's funny that the bull is here with it being swords, because swords is air and Taurus energy is earth. But I mess with Taurus energy. I love Taurus energy. So shout out to all my Tauruses, bull gang, right? But with this Taurus energy here, that means you going for the gold. You going for it. Whatever, you're very focused and you're driven to get your goals accomplished. Yeah. Yeah, but we have to sacrifice. We have to let go of these things that are holding us back, because our heart should not be carrying all of this. We are not meant to carry as much pain, as much sorrow, as much worry that we carry on a day-to-day basis. Surrender. Let it go and come back to the present moment. What brings you happiness? Resort back to that. But there's definite change that we have to make here within ourselves in order for us to go forth. There's change constantly every day. We're about to change seasons, so we should prepare for that. But the token here is, if we plan it out and play our cards right, we will be able to see the growth and the change within us and within our world, because we have actively put the steps forward to make those changes. Okay? Right. So we're going to get into the final message here with the wild offering. But before we do, please make sure, if you haven't already, to like, comment, share, subscribe, click that notification bell so you can continue to get content from me, okay? I really appreciate you all. I love all my subscribers. At the time that I'm filming this, I'm almost at 100 subscribers. So I'm so happy. I'm so fortunate and blessed. I know that's something, people think that you start YouTube and it's 0 to 1,000 real quick, and it's not. Some people it's like that, but in my case, for me, it's not. And you know what? I've come to terms with that. And I'm so happy that when you click that subscribe button, that shows me that we are a family. We are a part of the same celestial tribe. And that really resonates with me. That really hits home for me. And I really sincerely appreciate all of you. Really appreciate all of you. So, don't think I take your subscription to my channel for granted. Okay? So let's get into it. What is the final message for this new moon in Virgo reading? Okay. Gratitude. And look at the bottom of the deck, solitude. We talked about that. So I'm going to read both of these, okay? So, gratitude. It says, find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. It's a healing balm like the warmth of the sun. Finding gratitude. That's what we need right now in order to go through this change. Some changes are really tough. And sometimes we don't feel like we can see the light of day, or the light at the end of the tunnel. But if we can be grateful for even something that is something that is just very tiny, we can see the light and it grows brighter and brighter. So continue to have gratitude for everything that you have in your life and watch how your list of gratitude continues to grow. Okay. And then let's read solitude, because this is something we talked about for this new moon. It says, once you embrace the inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. So this is also tying into divine timing as well. You know, taking this time, you know, we probably do just need to be by ourselves right now, really figure out what we want. You know, we might feel alone too at this time, or lonely. And Spirit is saying still find comfort with your higher self, with working with your intuition, and people that are worth your time and are going to be brought to you without you having to force or chase or do anything, you know, besides what you're already working on doing. You all will be connected at the right time for you all to create something beautiful, possibly together. You know, you never know. So take the solitude as a blessing as well, okay? So this is what I have for you all. I hope that you all are able to gain guidance for this, that you resonated with this. I mean, we definitely clearing paths. We clearing paths to a new life. The change is here. The shift is here. And we just have to plan accordingly. And we can't give up on our dreams. And we might have to dust off some dreams that we had long ago and really work on trying to fulfill those as well. So, you know, I'm interested to know if you have any dreams that you want to bring into fruition. You know, you can comment below, and anything that you might be working on or are working on and you want to, you know, promote it, you know, hey, you comment below. Let us know. You know, we're a family here, so we want to support each other. So, yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.